Welcome to Canberra
Metalheads.
Season 1.
The Archives. Alright, let's kick it.
Welcome to Canberra Metalheads. You got Marky, Malphas and
Benphegor.
we're joined at the back garage of Oculus Tattoo here with the guys from Blacklist. So starting from left to right, we got
Josh here, Blacklist Amorous.
And my name's Evan.
cool. And you're a guitarist and
Vocalist.
Josh, you're a vocalist. Cool. It's good to catch up, guys. We are lucky enough to get one of your gigs on Saturday night down here in Melbourne while we're travelling. So
Yes, it was a pleasure.
yeah, super cool to see you guys. A lot of energy on the stage. I was saying before, man, like bring some guitar yoga there that I haven't seen before.
Yeah, I'm just going to take that as a compliment, hey.
No, it's good to see. It's like just make sure you stretch up. I wouldn't want to see you do any mischiefs on
He's
the
only
stage.
stretching his doings with pints.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it, man. And like with your vocals as well. That's the first time I've seen you guys play live. And like obviously you do a little research coming into shows, but man, you brought something else to the stage. It was cool to see.
Yeah,
I'm trying to go for the sexy hippie metal.
Those surprise growls, man, just shook me. I was like, I love these guys after that.
Bit of a throwback to the older stuff.
Yeah.
Deathcore.
Yeah,
To make
Definitely.
deathcore great again.
Hopefully bringing the 90s back with the
Yeah.
with the new sound anyway.
90s with a bit of 2000s. Like
Yeah.
early. But
Yeah, well, like the show's like not shy of any deathcore. Like we had Boris the Blade on before, and we're sort of branching out and reaching a larger deathcore audience. So it's only fitting that you guys come on the show and bloody have a chat. So
yeah, no, we've tried to steer away from the deathcore. It just comes out naturally. I think when we play live, you get on a bill with heavier bands.
Yeah,
and it's like,
sure.
they were so heavy. I'm going to have to bring it out today. Like,
you obviously over time develop different sounds as well. Like a lot of bands I've spoke to, and Ben and I have interviewed, have said like our earlier stuff is death metal, but now we're going to more of like a black metal feel or something like that. You can see that things evolve. So obviously you could have like, if you played like more songs from your first set of songs versus your newer stuff, there's going to be a difference.
yeah. Well, our first stuff was more hardcore orientated, but I sort of joined in. Actually, the old vocalist was Ev, his little brother.
Yeah.
And I sort of like...
So I don't even know how that managed to happen, but it did, and I'm
Actually,
couldn't be more
the
stoked,
guys who
eh?
started Blacklist, like his little brother left the band,
Yep.
and then they've hit me up, like, we've got these 2 songs, we've got nothing to do with them, we don't really know what we're going to do. They sent them to me. I tried to put vocals down for them, and I was doing pre-pro at the tattoo shop I was working at. They put it on, I'm trying to scream, and I was just like not in the right state to do that.
Yeah.
So I started talking and doing all the weird stuff that we do now, and that got sent to Ev, and Ev loved it, and he sort of brought out heaps of my vocals. Like I was a bit intimidated to try new stuff, and then I met Ev, and he was like, man, like what were you doing there? And it just got weirder and weirder as it went.
literally like I was working at I'm a record producer, and I was working at a studio in Sydney at the time, and like the boys sent me the stuff, and I was just like, I know like my old brother's the vocalist, but this guy has the weirdest, coolest voice ever, and it's like, let's make this happen.
Now we go out after every band practice and drink.
It's just man love.
Yeah. So, you know, I'm sorry if he's listening, but it's worked out well.
At the same time, though, sometimes someone can have a talent and it takes someone else to bring it out in that person. It sounds like that's what happened here. Like if you're a little shy trying new stuff, you just got to find the right people to click with.
Just going to meet someone weirder
100%.
than you are.
Exactly. It's nearly like a relationship. Like a band is
Not even
literally a
nearly.
relationship. Just basically.
Definitely. Especially when it comes to money.
Yeah, and traveling as well. Like when you're touring, it's nearly like you're just with each other all the time. So
Constant orgy.
that's so how long? You mentioned that you're not the original singer. How long have you been with the band for?
2 years as of like 2 days ago.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
so I joined and we got a film clip together real quickly. I edited it myself, found some stock footage I liked and paid for it, and that came out. So I think they started the year before that, so it's been around 3 years.
Cool.
We've dropped 2 singles as soon as I joined.
Yep.
Then we worked on an album.
Yeah,
and
sweet.
that album's ended up being split into 2 EPs, and it's about to come out next week.
Oh, sorry.
It's the first installment of it. We decided, it's 2018. Pretty silly to drop a 13-track album that's going to go over everyone's head and no one's going to listen to it. So we've broken it up, and we basically spent a lot of time just rewriting, working like over and over to try and get the right tracks. We dropped tracks, we recorded new songs. The guy we're working with, Sonny Truelove, he sort of like didn't click into what we were trying to do as much when it was happening. Yep. So then we've come home and kept working on it with Ev just on his own.
Yeah, okay.
And there's no hard feelings or anything. We spoke to him about it. But because it took so long, I ended up retracking that old EP with my vocals, uploading that to our like iTunes and everything like that. Yep. So it's been a mission to get it where it is, but now we're sitting on a lot of product and just trying to drop it right. Yeah,
but it's about timing it as well, and I'm sure that it's a good introduction to the fans to have you on vocals and just re-recording that stuff. It's a good representation of what you've got to offer, and then this is all about new stuff, sort of stuff.
Yeah, I listened back to that EP and love it.
Yeah, especially like the reissue version. It's an extension. It's kind of like we were speaking about prequels before. It's like the prequel of the record, but recorded after. So
exactly.
It's cool.
It's like some Terminator 2 stuff, like you're going back in time to re-record it.
Out of pure frustration of how the future was going, it's exactly like Terminator 2.
You can't escape pop culture.
But especially not in this scene.
No,
that's it.
Exactly. So it was good to see you guys. You got more products coming out soon as well. We've obviously got two members of the band here. How you guys find that you all mesh right now? Is it sort of you going more towards we're talking offline about like a deathcore versus metalcore and different things. Is there a direction you're trying to take the band?
Well, the new stuff, like actually the band's sort of taken a few blows. We've lost our guitarist and our bass player's followed that. Okay. They're both active session musicians. Ev helped us write the whole CD. He's a part of it. He's playing live, but not really an official member. He is to me and to Drew and
I feel like
we're in a weird state.
But the members wise, it's myself and Drew Herring, the drummer.
Yep.
We're doing everything. The guys are happy to play shows when we get them, but as far as the vision, the ideas and stuff go, me and Drew will have to fund and push all that. Ev helps a lot with the ideas and the motivation behind it all. So we're probably going to, for our next EP, record 2 new singles to add to the album that was never an album. And it's going more towards like definitely a throwback to the 90s. There's a lot of Chino, Deftones, a few like Maynard-ish influences in there. But it's literally just no limits. We're just sitting there, what's coming to mind, what's fun. Yeah.
From like an outside perspective, I think that's what's like been so cool watching like the boys make this record and being like, the kind of outside opinion before I was involved like in the playing side of things was like, we really took our time trying to craft something that like we put no limitations on, especially with like Josh's vocal. It's like we definitely went back a lot of times and re-recorded stuff, not because it was bad, but just because we thought it could be another vision. Exactly. And like we tried a lot of different vocals and like I'm super stoked with the results.
So as far as the meshing as a band goes, pretty bad. We don't really mesh at all, but Ev's sort of come in as the glue to try and hold it together, and that glue's ended up holding all of it together because he's sort of pushed with me and Drew is what's keeping the band alive, and it's turned into just a sort of like mine and Drew's vision with Ev's help, and then everyone else that was involved is just wanting the best for us, but they're not really into metal anymore, so the smaller shows playing time after time and the money that goes into it has sort of killed their drive.
Okay.
So we don't mesh that well as musicians, but as friends, couldn't be tighter.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
well, it's good to have the friendship over anything. I mean, like we said before, a band's a relationship, really. Yeah. And just coming from the outside looking in, man, like you're just meshing with them, like straight away. I can see like you just like your presence on stage on guitar. I wouldn't have known the backstory. Like it's nearly like, oh yeah, that's a member of the band forever. Yeah. Like, so
we've been
it's
like
not showing at all.
Yeah, all of us have been like close as friends for like years, and like it's like weird for me. It sounds really biased, but like this has been a band that I've like backed personally for like since they've started, and I've always been like, you guys, you've got something special, like don't give up. So it's like, yeah, it's been sick to be able to like take a bit more of a forward role and jump on stage with the boys, because it's like, yeah, it's been great doing that seamless transition and really like, you know, keeping the show going, I guess.
And the next EP that's going to come out after this one, that's where Ev's influence will shine a lot more. We're going to write 2 new singles, and Ev's going to have a big part to do with that.
Yep.
So I think Ev's definitely, like, whether he likes it or not, become a part of this band.
Yeah, I think I'm loving it. So.
I don't think you guys will lose out as far as your products and your EP and all that sort of stuff goes, because all the while you're pushing that sort of stuff out, you still got you're still being represented. So it's
sure.
It's good to see. We mentioned earlier that you had some upcoming gigs with some pretty big names so far.
Thank you for the beer as well.
You're welcome. You can't escape the bartender life. I'm a bartender whether I'm behind the bar or not.
Yeah, behind the bar, behind Oculus, wherever it is. I'll give you a drink.
Wherever it may be. If I see an empty beer, I know that I need to fix it.
Yeah. Well, we're going to get along just fine. Not too many big shows coming up, but we've got one with D's Nuts, the 27th of October.
That's huge, man.
Yeah.
Like, to drop a name like that.
We've been offered a few shows with them in the past, and this was when the band was falling apart as far as people's commitments.
Yeah.
So we've actually had to turn them down, so it's very stoked and humbled that they're still asking us to do the supports. But I think that's got a lot to do with Ash Hull and the Grayscale guys.
Yeah.
They're not like signing us or throwing money at us, but they're definitely like pushing us in the right direction and trying to get us some shows, which I appreciate a lot.
Yeah, it's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you got that one coming up. What's the date for that gig?
That's 27th of October, and that's in Frankston.
Yep.
I'm not sure the venue.
That's the Pally Bar.
There you go.
Cool.
He's from out that way.
That's what we do.
You guys share this stuff on your social media as well.
Yeah.
So, like anyone that's listening to the show needs to head on over and check out their social media as well. Just
Joshua Westwick, if you want to get a tattoo as well.
You want to record your bands? Evan Lee. Wow, let's do this.
Estate. Plug. Yeah, how many Evan Lees are there? Like,
so if you search that hashtag, it's basically like looking for your personal Instagram.
Yeah.
That's it. Just keep an eye on it. I dig that. But anyway, so you've got the gig coming up. You also mentioned before you got an EP drop as well.
Yeah. So the first installment of the album that never came to be is going to be called Hard to Swallow. A lot about the sexy hippie metal. It's a lot about whatever you take it as, but you know,
get taken the right way.
Yeah, definitely. Nah, like our album artwork is my girlfriend with her tongue out, and I put a razor blade on her tongue. I was trying to get this photo of her, and I edited it on some like app I downloaded for like $7. Got the free trial and just went crazy with it. But that's going to be coming out. Our first single will be out on the 21st of September.
Okay.
But it will be premiered before that on Short Fuss Loud with Josh. What's his actual name? Merrill. That's it. Redbeard. He's going to play it, I think. And then Hysteria might help push the next day. And then it'll be up on all our like YouTube and everything like that on the 21st. And then the 9th of November, the actual EP will come out. Yeah, right. From there, we'll probably drop a couple more little videos and things like that.
Cool. Yeah, very exciting time.
Yes. 2 years in the making.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone's sort of hanging out for it. And you mentioned before your girl helped with the album cover. I mean, she'd have to be the coolest girl I've seen. Like, she was up the front watching the gig and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen a lot of bands perform live, and to be honest, a lot of the time the girl stays in the green room. Yeah. So, like, it was really rad to see her, like, in the pit.
Yeah, she's not timid. She's not the accessory band girl at all.
She gave me French fries. I was like, this chick's cool, man.
But she's Italian and she's a musician. So she'll like feed you, and then you'll play a set and she'll play one better than you. Like.
Exactly.
But,
so she'll feed you and then shut you down.
There was a good, healthy relationship there with the rivalry, but we're backing each other. Yeah, so the first international shows I played were with her in London, acoustic shows, you know. getting blind drunk, just singing duets together.
Yeah.
But yeah,
she's a good bonding experience.
Yeah. She's really good support, and she's jumped on my other band, Amorous, and done a few features there, and couldn't ask for a better girlfriend, really.
Oh, rad, man. Yeah, it's good to hear.
Sounds a bit cliche, but...
Oh, man, like, to be honest, it's not as cliche as you'd think. A lot of the time, there's troubles with falling outs, band members with girls, things like that. So it's cool to hear the opposite and hear that they're supportive and, healthy relationship behind the band. So
well, she makes it a lot healthier than I do most of the time.
But no,
fully supportive, and she's always up the front. She'll grab my phone, put it on airplane mode so no one interrupts, and film every song. And I'll walk off stage and be like, "You killed it! I filmed everything."
Yeah, that's good, man.
Yeah,
it's good to have fans, but it's even better when they're into it like that, man.
Yeah, we've actually got a couple after drop. Eliza. Yep. This girl, she comes to every single show we play. She's made a group on Facebook. It's called Blacklist Media. Every time we play, she uploads a video off her iPhone of every single song we played.
Yeah, right.
While she's got a camera in the other hand taking still shots.
Yep.
And then all the photos are attached after that. And we've got Elgin.
Yeah.
Is it Elgin? I'm sorry, man.
I think it's Elgin.
I don't know how to say your name, and I don't know how to say your name. But he's a legend. Absolute legend. He does the same thing. So, we've got this humble little following, and they're all really supportive of what we're doing, and they go above and beyond. When to come home from a gig, and I'm I have no idea what's happened. Taylor's got these videos of me, and then I've got 3 options to watch.
Just really cool to, not have to search to see how you played for the night.
Yeah.
It's
exactly. Yeah. No. Cool. All right, well, cheers for coming on the show, boys. I know this is a bit of a quick one, but, it's just excellent to be here at the Oculus Garage, and
shout out for cheering for the hookup.
And shout out to Oculus for being a cool place to hang.
Yep.
And shout out to Blacklist for
thanks heaps for having us, dudes.
Oculus, sit you down. And I can't say that because I can't see it.
Requiem. Just ask for Josh.
Bam!